So this Euro Yen analysis for Monday, the 12th of February. Now, let's have a look at our prices and where prices may likely go. So, we saw this continued sell-off from this 37.44. We've had this move down towards this 134. We've had a brief move upwards towards the area of confluence around 35.60. We do have the 200, 400 period moving average. We had a further sell side momentum, posting a series of lower highs, which is somewhat bearish for prices. Overall, on the higher time frames, we are in an uptrend. We'll have a look at that later. What we have seen is a series of lower highs again, and had prices come down now. So we've had price come down towards the 32.02 level previously identified. We were using it from 2017, so we've come down to 32.02, quite a bit of a bid. Had prices move beyond the 32.83 for a test of 33.45. We've come off a little bit from 33.45. We're currently trading below 33.45. So if we do break and hold above the 33.45, we're looking for a price head up towards that key level in around this 134, where we did see price had a couple of positive reactions around the 134 previously. More recently, again, if we do break above 134 and move towards 134.50 and a break from there, we'll see our price reacting around the confluence of 200, 400 period moving average, just slightly below 35.60, as well as the 35.60 is a significant level marked out here in red. A break from which we're looking for price head up towards that 36.38. Can't anticipate price move up towards that 36.38, or even possibly even the 35.60, because that is about 200 or so pips. So 35.60 or possibly in around the 200, 400 period moving average being at the far end of the range to the upside. If we see this further upside continuation, especially if we are able to break and hold above this 32.80. Well, if we can break above and hold this 33.45, again, we're looking to see our price rack around 134, break from there. Again, we could have an inverted, and we potentially have an inverted head and shoulder. So we've got a shoulder there, how to move downwards, put in the head. So with a move like this for a potential inverted head and shoulders, we put this over here on the on this shoulder here. We're going to change the color to an, let's just change it to an orange. That isn't ideal. We'll see how it plays out, and we'll remove that line tomorrow. So if we can stay above this 132.95, so if we stay above 32.83, let's work with 32.83. It's just too close to actually just put a mark there. So we work with 32.83. So if we are able to stay above 32.83, we've potentially got an inverted head and shoulders pattern. So if we come back down towards that 32.83 for a test, and we do see is to hold potential inverted head and shoulders, if we can break above this 34, sorry, we will expect price to push towards a 34.50 and possibly up towards a 200, 400 period moving average for the move upwards, which will be in alignment with the overall trend in the higher time frames, which is to the upside. The most recent trend, however, is to the downside. Now, if we do see the further sell side momentum come into this market, and we do, there we go, and we do invalidate this 32.83, we're looking for price head down towards our 32.02 previous low. See where we do form a bit of a double bottom for a move back up towards possibly that 134. If, however, we do see that further sell side momentum continue below the 32.02, we look to see our price react in around the lower end of the trading channel from 2017, around 31.70, and a break from which we're looking for price head down towards that 30.60 to the downside. Now, with that said, let's head over to the higher time frames. Let's head over to the monthly first. And if you go to the monthly chart, let's get scale on here correct. And we get scale on here correct. So, Euro Yen. Euro Yen has been in an uptrend for quite a while now. So we formed this bit of a low, posted a higher low there, had a brief pullback, and we've been in a very strong bullish move here on the Euro Yen. As you can see, a series of bullish candles. More recently, however, we've posted this, the month of February has so far been bearish. I suppose a retracement should have been expected after having this very long bullish run. So we could potentially expect to see that retracement. We might even pull back all the way down to this, what's this, 200 period moving average? Let's see where the 200 period moving average is. 200 period moving average currently sitting down around the 130.30 level. So around that 130.30, we're currently trading at a 133.34. So it's another 200 odd points. But again, could see that retracement all the way back down to the 200 period moving average on this monthly time frame for seeing that further upside continuation. This overall trend is clearly to the upside, and it is a very strong bullish trend. So we might see that retracement continue here on the Euro Yen. before seeing that further upside momentum to test at 138, 139 essentially, and at 140 level on euro yen. We're going to head over to the weekly time frame. So it's going to be a similar story. So on this weekly time frame, as we can see, our higher lows even better. So we've got our lows here, slightly higher low again, higher low, bull flag, higher low. Had a trading range here, broke out of a trading range, tested those highs. Very strong bearish candle here for last week. Very strong. We did see the retracement from the lows. A little bit of retracement, but it's a very strong candle. It's a bit of an engulfing candle actually. A bearish engulfing candle. The buying momentum we saw at the lower end of the candle isn't what we ideally like to see, but it is a very strong candle, so it may come into place. We'll see how we could use it as a reference point, see whether we do get a retracement before seeing a further downside, before we have a meaningful pullback, before seeing the continuation of the overall trend here on the weekly time frame and the higher time frames, which is to the upside more recently. Let's just head over to the daily time frame before wrapping up here on the euro yen. So head over to the daily time frame, and as you can see here, we've broken back into the trading range. So we've got a trading range here from 2017. So we've got a trading range here. As you can see, we broke back in, consolidated below 36.38, had another breakout up towards our 37.45 essentially. Now we've broken back down into the trading range. On this daily chart, the large wick we can see on the higher time frames is this doji candle. This is a pretty large open to close candle, might possibly be news related from these lows. So we'll see how if we do get a retracement, or we do see that further sell side momentum possibly even taking us down. We do have 31.17, around 31.70. We do have that 200 period moving average on the daily chart, so we do have to be aware of that, the added confluence of the 200 period moving average as well as the 31.70, further increasing likelihood of that having to see a potential bounce off that 31.70 level. And with that said, that pretty much wraps up the euro yen analysis. Thanks for watching.